It will not help DC for the better, and it will actually cause more trouble. Furthermore, how can you kick out a group of people that has nowhere to go? Homelessness has been one of the biggest issues in DC for who knows how long, and instead of trying to solve it and find better solutions for it, you want to kick people out. For the past year, it has come to my attention that the DC government has been moving away from trying to fix homelessness, but why? You talk about making DC new and better and all this other stuff, but how can you do that when you're trying to avoid a problem instead of fixing it? How can we reform as a city if people can't? How can we reform as a city if people can't see? Instead of taking the money out of shelters and programs, put more and more money and time into these shelters and programs, so that in due time, homelessness doesn't even have to be a problem in DC. Instead of avoiding the issues and problems inside of DC and threatening the lives of people in it, why not put more programs in place to help youth not succumb to violence they may see in their everyday lives? Trump has already cut programs for SNAP, health professionals, and TANF. Instead of adding more trained mental health professionals, adding more and more SNAP and TANF money, and making more places for youth so that they don't have to resort to violence. Thank you for listening.
When Black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When Black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When Black youth are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
All right, a DC united will never be defeated. A DC united will never be defeated. A DC united will never be defeated.
A DC united will never be defeated. A DC united will never be defeated.
All right, next up, we have Sam Epps with us, the president of the Metropolitan Washington Council AFL-CIO.
Thank you, and again, Marcus, we wish you the best at Morehouse, and we look forward to you becoming a leader here in D.C. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, D.C. My name is Sam Epps, and I'm the president of Metropolitan Washington Council AFL-CIO. We are a council of more than 150 local unions who together represent 150,000 workers in D.C. and in Maryland. Our movement includes restaurant workers, firefighters, teachers, electrical workers, construction workers, and many other industries that make D.C. run. The charge attack on federal workers has hit D.C. region harder than any other place in the country. The federal government and affiliate industries are the backbone of DC's economy. More than 50,000 DC residents are employed by the federal government, about 13% of all jobs in DC. By comparison, federal jobs are 1.9 of all jobs nationwide. And if this president really cared about safety in DC, he wouldn't be spiking unemployment rates here in D.C. If Trump cared about safety in D.C., he would reinstate all fired federal workers today. So these workers if Trump really cared about safety in D.C., he would respect the collective bargaining rights of federal unions. So instead, he has steadily eliminated the jobs that people in D.C. rely on. The workers who process VA benefits, Social Security checks, who run our airports, who keep our food safe, they all deserve to provide for their families. The good news is there's much more in D.C. than the federal government. There's go-go music, there's rainbow sauce, as as there the federal government. And you know what? The federal government needs D.C. The federal government needs D.C. hotel workers who provide lodging for millions of Americans who visit D.C. each year. The federal government needs D.C. first responders who heroically defended the Capitol on January 6th. The federal government needs D.C. transit workers who get thousands of D.C. area commuters to work every day. The federal government needs D.C. food service workers who serve millions of meals to people in this city every single day. And the federal government needs D.C. municipal workers who make our city runs and cleans up federal parks. We have a saying in the labor movement, if you come for one of us, you come for all of us. Injustice to one worker is an injustice to all of us. And workers make D.C. run, and this city can't run without us. So we are here in solidarity with D.C. workers today. We join every day in calling for free D.C. So when we fight, thank you.
Take it to the streets, this our D.C. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets, this our D.C. No justice, no peace. Take it to the streets, no justice, no peace. No peace. Okay, y'all, but the key is take it to the streets. This our D.C. If we don't get no justice, they're not going to get any peace. My name is Nene Taylor, N-E-E-T-A-Y-L-O-R. I'm a co-founder of Free DC Project, and I'm also the executive director and co-founder of Harriet's Wildest Dreams. The only violence that's happening in DC right now is the violence against our communities that this president is directing. For 4 nights straight, the president has been trying to provoke violence. Here, right here, in the black communities and in the brown communities, having ICE kidnap our neighbors, having the black community be harassed and profiled and want a response. We say, hell no, we won't go.
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
When we say we won't go, that means we're not going to those mass incarceration, into their prisons and enslavement. We won't go into their ICE, what he called, his beautiful centers that he got. We won't go to where alligators live. Hell no, we won't go.
Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go. Hell no, we won't go.
Today we gather to speak plainly about policy paths that sound strong, but in truth, it weakens the very safety we seek. We believe there is a better way to protect us all, one that respects rights to build trust and keep our communities truly safe, and that is fascism free. Free is not a roadmap to safety. It is a burial. It fails hardest on the black communities that already we bear a disproportionate share of surveillance, stops, and forces. I want to be clear, we've been here before. This is a long history. Well before today, the black communities bear the brunt of aggressive policing. Data and reports from many credible organizations show patterns. Black people are more likely to be stopped, searched, questioned, arrested, and harmed encounters with the law. When we add the presence of federal agents or the National Guard to daily life in these neighborhoods, the burden can multiply. Not by making harm more rare, but making it more visible and more likely to escalate. So be clear, this has been going on. But as you bring more policemen, it's going to escalate. Black Washingtonians have long recognized that community violence cannot be solved through state violence, and have asked for meaningful investments and solutions that are proven to work. Racist over-policing goes beyond D.C., as the roots of American policing in many regions, like enslaved patrols. Police have been enslaving and murdering black people with freedom for punishment for centuries. I stand in front of you today with a signal to the residents of D.C. and the country that we will not be idle as oppressive structures try to harm our communities and take power. The fight for black liberation and the liberation of all people will not stop no matter our oppression, intimidation, manipulation tactics. We have the right to demand respect, to protect ourselves, and protect each other. And as the executive director of Hers Water Springs, I want to name, white people's civil rights have never been in danger because they are white. The white civil rights represents the desire from the Jim Crow. Full stop. At Hers Water Springs, and as we support Free DC, we're fighting against mass incarceration, policing, ICE, violence towards immigrants and Muslims, violence in Palestine, worker exploitation, and more. We're fighting for freedom and safety for all people, including black, brown, people who are women, feminine, queer, trans, gender non-conforming, immigrants, disability, black, and more. We're not free until all of us are free. We will not stand here and allow authoritarianism in Washington, D.C. We are going to be here, and we're not backing down. Know that the safety of a community is inseparable from its sense of belonging and justice, not its fear of somebody's uniform. Let us choose future where safety is earned through justice, not enforced by intimidation. Where black communities, indeed all communities, feel protected, respected, included in the decisions that shape the lives of people in D.C. And I advise you, if Nene Tay is ever killed by the police or held in a jail cell, don't you sit back and cry for me, you go raise hell. Free D.C. Free D.C. Free D.C. Free D.C. Ashe.
Thank you, Nene. Our next speaker is Nadia Salazar, a core organizer with Colectivo Familias Migrantes.
Hi everyone, my name is Nadia. I am an organizer with the Colectivo Familias Migrantes. Very proudly representing our community. Yo estoy hoy día con el Colectivo de Familias Migrantes. The district, much like the U.S., was built on the genocide of Native communities and by the forced and violent oppression of kidnapped African people and their descendants. With this, there's a vast history of discrimination and displacement that D.C. holds on the same people who built it. Therefore, this is our responsibility to ensure that our Black and migrant communities, knowing that these identities can and do intersect, that we have been impacted by the systemic injustice long before ICE began these tactics. After all, slave patrols were the earliest form of police in America, and ICE is just another iteration of that. From criminalizing Black and brown residents through the omnibus bills that they present, through sneaky removals of protections of our migrant communities, D.C. is constantly under attack and targeted. We live in a time where migrant children are being removed from their foster homes, where construction sites fall silent when the sun rises while our community is kidnapped, where raids are so common we teach school songs to children that are in elementary school. We live in a time where our neighbors are disappearing and are going to state-sanctioned concentration camps like Alligator Alcatraz. And all we came here for when we migrated was safety. Our message is clear. Safety is our children going to school without fear of getting back to an empty home. Safety is restaurant workers going to work freely without fearing their own kidnapping. Safety is school nurses caring for our children without fear of being separated of their own children. Safety is not choosing between deportation or calling an ambulance because you're about to die. Safety is investing in our communities, not our surveillance. Safety is ICE out of our neighborhoods, our schools, our libraries, our construction sites, and our communities. say to you, I am DC. Tengo un mensaje muy claro para la comunidad inmigrante. La seguridad significa que nuestros niños vayan a la escuela sin temor a llegar a una casa vacía. La seguridad significa que inviertan en nuestras escuelas y en nuestros niños. La seguridad significa salir a las calles sin miedo de no retornar a casa. La seguridad significa que inmigración no nos está persiguiendo todos los días. La seguridad significa que nuestras comunidades estén unidas. Thank you all so much. We're here because of the people from DC. DC. Say free. DC.
Thank you, Nadia. Next up, we have Reverend T.C. Morrow, pastor for public witness for Ecumenical Connections at Founder United Methodist Church.
Good morning. I'm Reverend T.C. Morrow, and I'm grounded this day in a piece of scripture from my own Christian tradition from Matthew 25. Then the righteous will answer him, Lord, when was it that we saw you hungry and gave you food, or thirsty and gave you something to drink? And when was it we saw you a stranger and welcomed you, or naked and gave you clothing? And when was it that we saw you sick or in prison and visited you? And the king will answer them, truly I tell you, just as you did it to one of the least of these, my brothers and sisters of mine, you did it to me. Let us pray. O God, who we know by many names, we give thanks for the air that we breathe this day, for the city sounds that surround us, and our ability to gather this day to witness on behalf of the 7,000 people who call the District of Columbia home. You have empowered people of faith and conscience across the ages, O God, to stand up against injustice and cruelty. In the face of attacks on our freedom and true safety, we ask you to be with us this day as we seek dignity for our residents, to protect home rule, and for true safety for our communities. Be with your people of the District of Columbia who seek to fully govern ourselves at the local level, just as others do in states across our country. Be with our unhoused residents and uphold the dignity of all, regardless where any of us spend our days or our evenings. Oh God, let us fight poverty, not the poor. Oh God, guide and protect those who provide care and safety, true safety in our communities. Grant wisdom to leaders in our community and at all levels of government. Oh God, grant courage and strength to those who strive for justice and care for the most vulnerable among us. And oh God, grant true protection this day and in the days to come, true protection and safety to all of your people of the District of Columbia. Amen. Amen. Free DC. Free DC.
Thank you, Reverend T.C. Free DC! 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 Woo! All right, next up we have Jesse Rabinowitz, Campaign and Communications Director at the National Homelessness Law Center.
Good morning. My name is Jesse. I'm a DC resident and I work at the National Homelessness Law Center. The National Homelessness Law Center runs the Housing Not Handcuffs campaign, a nationwide movement to fight back against the laws that make it a crime to be homeless. Before joining the Law Center, I worked for about a decade in DC to solve homelessness. I'm here today to talk about the devastating impacts of Trump's vile proposal to force homeless folks out of DC. I want to start with 2 points. One, this is not surprising. Trump has talked for years about his sick desire to round up homeless people and force them into government-run detention camps. He has reversed course on real solutions to homelessness and proposed a budget that would gut funding for housing and support. order paved the way to lock people up for being poor, sick, and disabled, and he continually aligns himself with far right-wing billionaires who are pushing anti-homeless laws around the country. When a fascist tells you who they are, believe them. Locking up people you don't like or don't want to see is textbook authoritarianism. Trump is testing opinion by focusing on groups that he believes to have little public sympathy, like folks who live outside. Right now, they are coming for homeless folks, trans folks, and migrants. But rest assured, soon they will come for everyone who is not a white, straight, cis, wealthy Christian man. The only solution is solidarity and collective action. Folks not in D.C. might not be aware that, unlike in other cities, the federal government controls most of D.C.'s parks and green spaces. For this reason, the homeless folks living in these parks will be among the first hurt by Trump's backwards and dangerous anti-homelessness approach. But what starts in D.C. will spread to the rest of the country. Trump is using D.C. as a sandbox, which will have deadly and disastrous impacts on the real people who live here. This issue is personal to me. I used to do street outreach in the very parks Trump is targeting. People lived in these parks not because they wanted to, but because housing is too expensive and shelters are full or downright disgusting. These folks, like most homeless people in D.C., are D.C. natives or have deep ties to the district. They are our neighbors. They are doing the best they can to survive in a city and in a country whose politicians would rather see them removed than helped. But in these encampments, I saw the best in people. Folks struggling to get by built community, supported each other, and watched out for each other. Wouldn't it be nice if politicians did the same for them? And the few clients I had got matched to housing they could afford with support they wanted. These fortunate few thrived, they got their lives back on track, they got healthy, and they didn't live outside anymore. That's what everybody needs. Housing with support. It works. There just isn't nearly enough of it to go around. But instead of funding housing, Trump and his MAGA cronies are working to gut funding for vital housing programs. If Trump actually wanted to solve homelessness, he would focus on proven, data-proven, cost-effective, ethical solutions to homelessness, like housing and support. But he isn't interested in actually helping people. He would rather demonize homeless D.C. residents to score cheap political points and stoke division. We have to be honest. Donald Trump is a white supremacist. His targeting of homeless folks who in D.C. are over 85% black is intentional. He traffics in racist lies and stereotypes to peddle policies that will disproportionately harm black and brown folks. He wants to divide us, to stop our solidarity. We cannot let him. Let's be real. Donald Trump and his billionaire cronies are so out of touch that they think homelessness is a personal choice. They don't get that more and more people are struggling to pay rent, and that when rents go up, so does homelessness. We know that for every $100 increase in rent, homelessness goes up by 9%. Raise your hand if your rent has ever gone up by $100. That's why folks are living outside in D.C. Recently, Mayor Bowser and the D.C. Council just passed a budget that funds $0 to move folks off the streets and into housing. That is why there are homeless folks living outside in D.C. And Donald Trump and the Republicans just cut health care and they want to cut housing. That's why there are people living outside in D.C. But despite Trump's lies, the truth remains the same. The leading cause of homelessness is that rents are too high and wages are too low. The solution is and remains helping folks pay rent and getting them the support they need and want. But even this proven solution is too complicated for Donald Trump. There are two paths before us. Trump's path makes housing more expensive, makes more people homeless, and then locks people up for living in a country with no affordable housing. This path makes us all sicker and less safe. Or we can take the path of justice. We can ensure that everybody has their basic needs met, like housing and healthcare. We can lower rents for everybody, and we can ensure that nobody lives outside anymore. This path builds safer, healthier, and more just communities. I know that DC wants to take the path of justice. Free DC.
A DC united will never be defeated. 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 Next up, we have another one of the co-founders of Free DC, Kelsey Adams, also with DC Vote. Welcome, Kelsey.
When I say free, y'all say DC. Free. DC. Free. DC. When I say DC, y'all say statehood. DC. Statehood. DC. Statehood. I am Kelsey Adams. I am one of the co-founders of Free DC, also serving as organizing director of DC Vote and executive director of Long Live Go-Go. But one thing I truly am is a true Washingtonian, here with the rest of my Washingtonian friends behind me. Washington, DC, let's make some noise. What we're seeing right now is nothing short of a dangerous overreach. A president threatening to stop Washingtonians of the limited self-governments we already do have. Let's be clear, y'all. Crime in D.C. is down. Carjackings have dropped from nearly 1,000 in 2023 to under 200 here in 2025, and it's only August. Violent crime is down more than 25%. The facts, they just don't match his lies. No president should be waking up in the morning trying to snap their fingers and take over our city. Whose city? Our city. Whose city? Our city. Repealing the Home Rule Act, the law that gives D.C. residents the right to elect our own leaders, should not be even thought of being overturned. And deploying the National Guard or federalizing our police force can only happen under very, very specific circumstances. And guess what? The existing conditions aren't the ones that would allow this to happen. On top of all of this takeover talk, Congress is already coming for D.C. through the back door, using the current appropriations bill to attach anti-D.C. riders to block the locally laws passed and override the will of us, the voters. These riders are part of the same pattern of stripping away our autonomy, piece by piece. Let's be real. The people in D.C. feel this overreach first and hardest are the black and brown residents of Washington, D.C. That's who's always been the most impacted, and democracy is undermined and policing power is abused. This isn't just a political stunt. It's a direct threat to communities of color who've been fighting for equality and safety on our own terms and for generations and generations. Let's be clear, y'all. If D.C. were a state, this wouldn't even be a conversation. That's right. Point blank, period. Congress needs to do its job. It needs to pass the D.C. Admissions Act and grant D.C. its full autonomy by giving D.C. full statehood. Because who keeps us safe? We keep us safe. Who keeps us safe?
We keep us safe.
Right now, the 700,000 residents of Washington, D.C. pay more taxes than the rest of the country. We serve in the military and contribute like everyone else to the United States of America. But we are treated like kids at the small table on Thanksgiving. We don't need Congress or the White House playing politics about our lives and about what's happening here, right here in D.C. We need to let the people that we voted to lead us. We want our full autonomy and we want our statehood. If we can get to arguing about something a little more tougher, like crime for the country and not just here in D.C., I think we'll be a little further off. The answer to the problem that we're facing right now is clear, and it has been the same answer for years and years. D.C. needs autonomy. D.C. needs statehood. When I say D.C., y'all say statehood. D.C. Statehood. D.C. Statehood. When I say free, y'all say D.C. Free. D.C. Free. D.C. So we need to free D.C. and give D.C. statehood right now. Thank y'all so much.
We just got some news from inside the White House that Trump is indeed saying that he is going to take action by he says, deploying the National Guard and by taking control of our police department that's paid for by our local tax dollars. What do we think about that? So what we're going to do is we're going to, number one, prioritize joy. So I want you to say it with me. I will prioritize joy.
I will prioritize joy.
Let's say it one more time. I will prioritize joy.
I will prioritize joy.
This is our home.
This is our home.
I will take up space.
I will take up space.
I will show solidarity.
I will show solidarity.
I will organize.
I will organize.
That's it. That is what we are going to do. All right. So I need everyone here. I know a lot of y'all here are already with us. I need everyone here to get out your phone right now and go to www.freedcproject.org and sign up. How many people here have been to an orientation for Free DC? I need everybody else coming through these trainings, okay? That's what we're going to do. Is there anything else you want to say? I'm going to go sing.
We're going to organize, we're going to rise up, and we're going to resist. But we're going to do it in a strategic way where we take up space, because D.C. belongs to the D.C. constituents. So we urge you to get involved with the Free D.C. Project campaign, because where there's people, there's power. And to take people, the whole authoritism up, and we're going to let that shit fall.
All right. So I'm gonna lead us in a song, and then I'm gonna give us a little bit more instructions. Then I'm gonna
the cursing word, y'all. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you more cursing words. Sorry. So I'm gonna lead us in a quick song, and then I'm gonna actually bring up the real singers who can actually sing. And then before they do, I'm gonna give a little bit more of a plan out for folks. So first thing, we're gonna sing a song to the tune of This Little Light of Mine, and please forgive my singing, friends. Please forgive my singing. But the lyrics are gonna be this: DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. You got it? So that's pretty simple, right? To the tune of This Little Light of Mine. And then at the end, we're going to say, it's our home, so it's our rules. This is where I'm deciding whether to curse or not. Is because you're wondering what this Okay, then we're going to do get out of here. That was my decision-making process right there, in real time, everybody. All right, so we're going to do this to the tune of This Little Light of Mine. And so it's going to start with DC is our home. Ready? 1, 2, 3. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. Home, so it's our rules. Get on out. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. DC is our home. You can't have it, Trump. It's our home, so it's our rule. Get on out. All right, this is Songwriting Live you're watching here. All right, so I want everybody to understand, again, that this is our home. So when we go home today, I want everybody to go talk to your neighbors, first of all, right? Because you all just told me you're going to organize. I want everybody to go talk to your neighbors. I want everybody to put out DC flags. I want you to put out Free DC banners. I want you to put out the Free DC logo. If anyone's holding a Free DC sign, wave it right now. We got one right in front. I want this stuff all over the place. Let's get this on our homes. Let's get this out there. The other thing I want people to do is for every single day that we are under occupation, I want everyone to come out at 8 p.m., step out from your house, and I want you to make noise. Can we do that? For every single day we are under occupation, I want you to step outside your home at 8 p.m. and make some noise until about 8:05 p.m. And we're going to do that every day. We're going to get trained up, and make no mistake about it, these people think that they hold all the power. They have no idea how much power we have. The power is always with the people. They cannot do this without our consent. They need us. They need us. Remember that. They need us. And we are building, we are organizing, we are showing solidarity. We will not be cowed in the face of this bully, in the face of this tyrant, in the face of this wannabe authoritarian. We will stand firm, we will prioritize joy, we will take up space, we will show solidarity, and we will organize. All right, any questions? Anyone have questions out here?
That means y'all understand the assignment.
Yeah, well, for folks in the region, in Virginia and Maryland, I also want you to go to freedcproject.org and sign up and come to our orientation. We need you, right? We need you. And if national people are out there listening who are not in this region, we need you to follow our direction here, and we need you to support us by making sure that your members of Congress, many of whom repeatedly vote against DC, actually take a stand for DC statehood. Because I want to be clear, like, our name isn't Free DC because we just want to make sure that the National Guard isn't here. That's not what this is about. This is about liberation for the people of DC. This is about freedom for the people of DC. That is what we are working towards, and that is what we will not rest until we have. We will have equal representation under the law. That is our vision. That means that's going to take everyone in this country to finally respect that we deserve dignity and we deserve equal treatment under the law. Before I start cursing, I am going to invite up, this is the close of our formal remarks. So thank you all for coming. I'm going to invite up the Rapid Response Choir to sing, so we can sing, we can take up space, we can prioritize joy, and we can do that together here in community as we close out today. So thank you all so much for coming. Choir, you ready to go? Oh, yay! Come on up, Nikki. Oh no, the real singers heard my singing. You probably. You were great.
Wonderful. You all are wonderful. 3DC is amazing. All right, everybody. We want to close out with some powerful words. So I got my singers here with me. All right, so we y'all sing along. We went down to the rich man's house and we took back what he stole from us. Come on, sing along. Well, we went down to the rich man's house and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back, took back our dignity. Took it back, took back our humanity. Well, we went down to the rich man's house and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back, took back our Everyone went down to the White House. Well, we went down to the White House and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back, took back our dignity. Took back our humanity. Well, we went down to the White House and we took back what he stole from us. Took it back, took back our dignity. Took back our humanity. And now we're out in the street. Come on. Out in the streets. Out in the streets. Oh, we're out in the streets. Ain't gonna let no fascist take our democracy. Ain't gonna let no fascist take our community. All right. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right. Ain't nobody. Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Say, turn us around. Yes, again, turn us around. Turn us around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. No politicians. Ain't gonna let no politicians turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let no politicians turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. No National Guard. Ain't gonna let no National Guard turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let no National Guard turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Intimidation. Ain't gonna let intimidation turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let intimidation turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom land. Nobody ain't gonna let nobody turn us around, turn us around, turn us around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn us around. Gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up to freedom Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. 'Cause my ancestors made it so. Freedom loves me, this I know, 'cause my ancestors made it so. Fight together, we are strong. With people power, you belong. Sing with me, y'all. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. Yes, freedom loves me. 'Cause my ancestors made it so.
continues. We've been here before. We've been here before. We've been here before. We've been here before when the National Guards was deployed on us in 2020. We've been here before when the National Guards was deployed on us during Martin Luther King. We've been here before during the civil rights time when they came to D.C. 30 years ago. So just know, this fight is continuous, and I believe that we will win. I believe that. I believe that. I believe that we. I believe that we. I believe that we will. I believe that we will. I believe that we will win. 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 Thank y'all for coming out. We're going to gather here, and we're going to process what the news we were just told. We want y'all to actually contact your council people, contact the mayor Bowser, and let them know she has people power behind her. Let them know the people united will not be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Just wait a minute. We got one more speaker we're going to bring to the stage. Thank you, Ty. Ty Paul's a D.C. native, born and raised right here in D.C. Been fighting for black people liberation, not just black people liberation, but for black and brown people liberation, forever. And I want y'all to know we've been here before. Some of y'all may be nervous, but just know we've been here for over 400 years. We will be all right.
All right, y'all. So I just watched this live broadcast on the way over here, so I got a couple notes, but I promise y'all I'm gonna be quick. I'm gonna get out of here because I think we all know what I'm about to say. So we have a GOP in front of us that claims to stand for freedom, for limited government, for self-determination. But when we have a city that has black leadership that rises in Washington, they often send their committees, they send their riders, they send their vetoes, they send their disdain, right? Not to help us, but to control us. Conflict entrepreneurs have politicized statehood to the point where they have the GOP opposing their own stated values of letting people do what they need to do. That's not freedom. That is not freedom, y'all. That's colonialism with an American flag on top. So we're calling it MAGA today, it's the GOP agenda today, but we know what it is. And so I say to the world today, I say to you guys today, you can't speak about democracy, whether it's in Ukraine or whether it's in Gaza, while you choke it out in silence in here in Washington. You can't push liberty to the world while you're practicing subjugation at home in the capital of your country. You see, because D.C. is a city of free thinkers. D.C. is a city of free thought, and this announcement today is a clear attack on free thought. But hear me out, y'all. This attack right now is a test, right? It's a test. If they can strip the autonomy of the capital city, of a major city like Washington, D.C. in broad daylight, if they can place us under military control without our consent, they will carry this playbook to every community that dares to push back in the United States of America. I need y'all to understand this right now. This is a rallying cry. When they say that the homeless have to be moved out immediately, they mean that our most vulnerable are going to be swept away by force. When they say that criminals have to be jailed where they belong, what they mean is flooding our streets with militarized police to cage more of our sons, to cage more of our daughters. You guys, this is the language of occupation, not the language of liberation. So we must rise. We must link on. I said this is the language of occupation, not liberation. You guys, we must rise together. We must link arms together here and across this nation to say, we're not going to be occupied. We will not be erased. We will not let our streets become the proving ground for some fucking dictator. This is our city. This is our home. The fight for D.C. is a fight for racial justice. The fight for DC is the fight for democracy itself. And I promise you guys, when we fight together, when I look and I see the breadth and depth of people from different backgrounds, when we fight together, we will win. 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 And I just want to say real quick, y'all. This fight right here is much bigger than DC statehood. It's much bigger than a singular issue, right? Like, we're all out here for DC statehood, for DC autonomy right now, but we are up against a global playbook where it's the rich and the powerful that are working to divide, to confuse, to distract us. If we don't stop, if we don't take stock, if we don't act with clarity, the entire promise of the American dream will be taken from right in front of us. So what are you guys going to do today? What are you guys going to do today? So when I say free DC, you say stand up, fight back. Free DC! Stand up, fight back! Free DC! Stand up, fight back! Free DC! Stand up, fight back! Thank you guys.
Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like a tree that's planted by the water.
That is taking over, and organizations should not be fighting each other. Organizations should not be fighting each other. You should be Get off of me! Nobody is directing anybody to violence. We have just been attacked by another organization, and we need unity. We need to unite to stop Trump fascism. That's what we need to unite to do. So we are calling everybody to unite, to stop the infighting. When Trump announces a federal takeover like we just did, the answer is not to fight each other. That's what they want us to do. The answer is to take to the streets and to get people united to stop this. So anybody who wants to march, refuse fascism is marching. And we're calling you back into the streets at 5 p.m. tonight at DuPont Circle. Spread the word. 5 p.m. tonight, DuPont Circle. We are taking to the streets of D.C. because it is Trump fascism that has to be stopped. They are installing a fascist America and a fascist takeover of D.C. It is time to unite, not to fight each other the way they want us to do. And it is time to get people into the streets. To get people into the streets to stop fascism. It's not just about what happens in D.C. It's about how we stop the installation of a fascist America. to go. Fascist heads, we say no. Now's the time for Trump to go. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now.
I want to be very informed. of Free DC. They do not keep our community safe. So please, y'all, they're not a part of Free DC. So I want y'all to be realized I need people to be safe.
Yes, y'all, this is about safety, and I want to clarify, Free DC is a peaceful movement. We are not into violence.
We're non-compliant.
We're non-compliant. We are not here to fight right now. Today is not the goal isn't fighting today. We're fighting for justice.
We move strategically. We move smart, not hard. So be clear. You all have a choice. You have body autonomy to do what you want. But refuse fascism is
Can
not
I
a part of
get
it.
the co-founders of Free DC to the front? Can I get the co-founders of Free DC to the front? Alex, Cam.
So it's not a division. Everybody got a right to move the way they want to move. Everybody got a right to organize the way they want to organize. People have body autonomy. But we want people to be safe, and we want y'all to know that Free DC is not a part of refuse fascism. But you have body autonomy to do what you want to do. We encourage you to be safe.
Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC!
Yeah, y'all keep singing that.